What is up? What is up? What is up? Man, so we had a wild week. We had a wild week. And we will get into that. We'll get into that. But first, how you doing? How you doing? How's stuff going?
I'm good, man. Um, you know, life is good. I've been realizing that like everything in my life is going well, exceptionally well, like except for money. And it's like if I had to trade my money for my life being good, I would. So, I'm good. The boys are
Yeah,
good. Terry's good. My mom's good. My brother's good. Everything's good. Everybody's, life has highs and lows, but everybody's doing good. So good. How are you doing?
good. I'm doing real good. Real good. And like you said, highs and lows. Just riding the wave of stuff. Um, Making some changes at my job. So not necessarily gonna say that the job is bad,
But
because it's not. I mean, it's like it's
it's a job.
yeah, like there's a situation or a couple situations going on that aren't the best. But it's one of them things where you just gotta navigate it, and not let it run you. Um, but positive note, just bought myself a new car. So
Okay.
that's dope. Yep. But yeah, like you said, everything is pretty much good. Like everybody's good. Kids are good. Mia's good. Yeah, everything's good.
Okay.
So I guess the we can start off with our icebreaker. That usually leads us into our first topic. So what is something that you have gone into with like the best laid plan and it still didn't work out? Like everything made sense. Like you think about it, and even in hindsight, you're like, it made sense. It just didn't work out.
So what I will say, I don't want to get too emotional on here, but I won't say best laid plan. My mom got sick a couple years ago. Um, she had myeloma, which is a form of cancer, and when I found out, because she had been like out of work, and there was little things like that happening, and the plan was to like go be with her and like send her a bunch of money and make sure like she wasn't working, her bills still be paid, and everything would be fine. And like once I gave her all the money I had, I realized that she still had cancer. She still had to fight cancer, and it was like a gut shot. Like how like they'll like hit somebody with like a bat in their stomach and they like double over. It was one of those moments of like that's literally all I gave her all the money I had in my safe. I paid her bills for months on end, and it was like that still don't do shit for her cancer, right? Her bills are good, like that's good. You were able to do that, that's fine. But like, it has nothing to do with her fighting cancer. And that moment. It like knocked me off my feet. I was like, oh shit, like this, like I felt so fucking helpless, bro. I felt so helpless in that moment. I was like, like there's nothing I can bring. I can even be a doctor. It's still not like it's still only so much you can do in a situation like that. And it was like good plan, helping take care of her, but that doesn't that's only gonna get you so far. And that was a huge wake up call. I don't think that's what you were asking, but that's the first thing that popped in my head when you said that, and I'm like, that is yeah. I'll think of something else, but that was the one where it's like, okay, you got a good plan. That's cool, but like you can't help her fight the cancer. Like you can't do that. Now she's in remission now, thank God. But you know, I was humbled very quick. Money does not beat cancer. Money itself, like money, does not beat cancer, and that was my plan to throw my money at cancer and it would go away, and it did not. All right, so my co-host is experiencing some technical difficulties. Yeah, so that is a time where I had a well-laid plan, and the plan didn't work out. I mean, it worked out. My mom beat cancer, but like the plan I put in place was like it only covered so much of that. It was like a drop in the bucket compared to what actually had to happen, and definitely eye opening. It was a big boy like you're an adult now moment. It was a lot. It was a lot. But yeah, we're experiencing some technical difficulties on the other end, so I'm just gonna take the reins here. You know. All right. So week 5. The Rams and the 49ers. I know you all saw it. I saw it. Um, it was a really good game. They've really done a great job revitalizing Thursday night football. And um, that was like one of the better Thursday games I can remember seeing. It was you had everything, right? You had um Kyron Williams having like a breakout game, but he was also brought back down to earth by the 2 fumbles that he lost. Um, you had the 49ers being able to gut the thing out. Mac Jones. Anybody that's ever played football and gotten hurt and had to come out of the game and then been able to come back in the game and play and finish and your team win, that's different. That's the kind of game that gets you paid. That's the kind of thing that you win like lifelong fans of. Oh my God, I remember when Mac Jones got hurt and he, you know, I'm a Bears fan, proud Bears fan, but Matt Stafford had to play a game when he was with the Lions, his rookie season. He got knocked out of the game, broke his collarbone, but came back in the game, threw the game winning touchdown, and just like complete like fandom stuff. Like, bro, you can't beat that. It's top notch. So yeah, but going forward on 4th down for the Rams, was that their best move or not? Um, I think going for the win is always you got to respect somebody going for the win. I think it's always a hindsight in those situations. Like whatever works is going to be. If it works, you're a genius. If it doesn't work, then you're a fool. So I don't think there's an easy answer for that. But I like I said, going with hindsight, of course, it doesn't seem like the best move. But I mean, 4th and 1 at the 11, like you kind of got to go for the kill. You might need a bigger back. The Rams might want to look into getting a bigger back on their roster so they can do that. They don't have a Josh Allen or a Jalen Hurts or a bigger quarterback. Yeah, they don't have an Allen or a Hurts who can just dive in and get that 1 yard. I think that you got to have somebody that's 6 feet, 210 at least to get that yard for you. I won't say it's. I think going for it on 4th right there. How much time was left? Let me look at the box score. It was 3 minutes left. With the way these new kickoffs work and teams getting the ball at the 35, 40-yard line, I think going for the win is the best move in that situation. You can at the very least run another 2 minutes off the clock before you kick a field goal, but hindsight always wins. So, what do you think, Noble, about that? About that 4th and 1?
Yeah. So I had some technical difficulties. All my USBs just decided to just shut off. And that was actually where I was going with the best laid plan thing.
Wait. We can circle back to your story. I kept still going, but
yeah. What was my story? I did have it. And actually that kind of leads into my point. Okay, we got Ari in the chat. Yeah, so back at Fisk, I did not interesting.
Now we both said, hey.
I did. I was about to say I didn't. I don't know why it sent like that.
Oh, that's me. I was about to say, what?
I don't know why. I don't know why it sent both. We'll figure that out. But yeah, so I did not do my work early. And that's going to be something that you guys hear me talk about kind of as the season goes on. That's something that when I coach, I always preach, especially to like DBs and stuff. Do your work early. We'll get in there. I might touch back on that principle later on in the show. We'll see. But either way, so my academics were not lined up to where they needed to be. And then I needed like a Herculean effort to overcome that. And I made it to summer school and had the best laid plan, wake up early, do what I need to do, get to class, all of that. But due to a previous situation, like a disciplinary type situation, I was
my bad.
I wasn't permitted to continue. So again, like, yeah, best laid plan. I had the idea. I was starting to execute it. It was looking up, but just all the mistakes from the previous quarters, if you will, were just way too much to overcome down the stretch. And so that was kind of my point. Like, yes, you do go for it there. That's not the bad decision. What was wrong is you guys didn't handle business all game to be in that position to have to make that decision. Because if you look at it, you have a backup quarterback. You have isn't Bosa out, so their defense doesn't have their leader.
Top two receivers, top tight end.
Top tight end. Like that 49ers team, I mean, don't get me wrong. Shouts out to them. Like they are doing what they need to do, but they are literally the definition of a limping team. Mm-hmm. And you're supposed to be able to pick them off, especially since you're more healthy than them. And the fact that
it was a short week, like, come on.
Yeah, the fact that y'all couldn't, handle y'all's business in the rest of the game put y'all in that position where you had to make that decision, whether to go for it or not. And,
And you're at home. And it's your in-state rival. Like, come on, bro. Stop playing.
Yeah. So was it the best move? Yes. Just wasn't necessarily executed as well. But yeah, the rest of the game, I feel like the rest of the game did them in.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure. I was saying that you got to give props to Mac Jones. He had one of those like arguably career-defining wins, depending on how this season ends up for the 49ers. Because he got hurt, left the game, came back in the game, was able to like gut the thing out, and it's like it's hard to beat that. It's like, damn, you're supposed to have him, but then he's just like, I wanted more.
Yeah,
I wanted more. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, props to the 49ers, man. They, like I said, they're limping along and figuring it out, and that's what good playoff teams do. Like the show must go on, and they are marching on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So next up, what's wrong with the Raiders, man? What's wrong with the Raiders? Are they just in the midst of a tough part of their schedule, or are they just a bad team?
So Pete Carroll is the oldest coach in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He is, battle tested. He's one of the few coaches that has a Super Bowl and a college championship. I think that's,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they brought in a new quarterback. Their skill position players. I mean, Ashton Jennings is a rookie. Brock Bowers is a rookie last year. The rest of them are kind of just thrown together. It's not a recipe for success. It's not like, I think like Tampa, where they've had the same people for years. Like they're the same people from the Super Bowl team in Tampa. It's not that. It's it would have been a tough task for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's just, and in their division, you have two teams that are currently. Let me look at my notes.
Mm-hmm.
You have two teams currently in the playoffs, a team that just played in the Super Bowl and y'all. So they already it was tough sledding to begin with, but they're not making it easy for themselves. Yeah, I think it's just if they can get you 5-6 wins, you gotta be happy. You gotta be happy with 5 because they're gonna lose. They're probably gonna lose 6 divisional games. Yeah. I think they kind of got a bum rap. Kind of.
What happened here?
I would say.
Yeah, I get that. I'm kind of trending towards tough schedule. I mean, all the points that you made are very valid, very, very valid.
Yeah.
But you also have to look at it. They've played all playoff teams and a surging Bears team.
They did play all playoff teams.
And the Bears game was the only one that was close. All the rest of them were, I guess the Patriots game, the score was close.
7?
The game wasn't.
It was the only other one-score game, and it was week 1.
Yeah.
And they won.
Then,
And they won. And New England right now was in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Exactly. They're in the playoffs.
You got the Patriots, you got the Chargers, you got the Commanders, you got the Colts. So they got the Titans coming up. They got the Chiefs, who they might can catch slipping. We'll talk about that. They got the Jaguars, who's gonna catch them slipping. You got the Broncos. They got
a brutal schedule.
Let me think. Yeah, then they got the Cowboys, and they got the Browns, Chargers again, the Broncos, the Eagles, the Texans, the Giants.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Is that at Philly?
Yeah.
Rest in peace to the Raiders that week.
Right.
That was week what, 14, 15?
Hold on. That's down in December. What do they have it at right now? I don't know where to see.
I got you. The game against the Eagles is week 15.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm not seeing where to see that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's the schedule is brutal. At least they got that first win though. Because I mean, they could be like the Jets right now and just
Yeah. So but yeah, like you said, it's a young team, a lot of new stuff happening with them, and then they play all these playoff teams. Like I'm looking like the Titans, the Bears, the Cowboys at the time, the Browns at the time, and the Texans and the Giants. All the rest of they have 1, 2,
Kansas City,
3,
you're gonna need that win in week 18. You might well count that out.
4, 5. They have 5.
That should be a dub. That should be a dub.
Yeah. So they might could beat the Titans. They might could beat the Chiefs. That would give them 3 wins. They maybe could sneak one in against the Browns. That'd give them 4. Maybe they could sneak one in against the Giants. That would give them 5. So yeah, maybe only 5 wins. So,
and those games are all 50-50. They could mess around and end up with 3 wins.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, they could mess around.
I think we do agree that the schedule. Right, 1 win.
1 win. Right. They could mess around. Yeah.
They play against the Jets. That's what they need to have on their schedule. Is the Jets, boy.
Yeah, because I mean, ask the Cardinals about them Titans.
Titans haven't been to stop playing with them.
Yeah, I'm about to say my first survival strike. I was like, oh, let me just pick against the Titans. The Titans were like, really? That's interesting.
No.
That's interesting. So new question, because I remember we talked at length about Jackson Dart and when to start him and everything. And they started him a week early, and
earlier than we agreed would be.
Yeah, and they got the win. They feeling good, and so then it's the week that again we said he should start and should shine, and he came away with a big shiny L.
Big shiny L.
Big shiny L. So it's like,
here you go, King. You dropped this.
Right. So was his first win a fluke? Was it just they're at home, they're energized?
So what I'll say is that what they did to the Chargers is what the Saints did to them. The Saints needed a win bad, and they felt like this was like, if we don't get this win, we might but they're already packing. But if we don't get this win, like, our coach is gonna get fired. That was that game for them.
That's fair.
I said last week the Saints coach would have gotten fired, but he didn't. But if they would have lost this week, he for sure would have got fired.
Yeah. Just go ahead. We're already at home. Go ahead and clean out your office. Here's a box for you.
Yeah, don't ever come back.
Don't ever come back. Badge access revoked. Your picture posted all around, like, do not let this man in. Not even if he buys a ticket. Like, damn. Yeah.
And I mean, Dart went up 14-3. They rolled that high into the game.
Mm-hmm.
They for sure rolled that high into the game. But I mean, again, the Saints is like, nah, this is our house. They took that lead into the second half. It was a close game, and then you got a fumble. Oh, Scatterbull fumble 6, 86 yards. That's tough. It kind of rallied. I mean, it's kind of a two-man show in New York right now, Dart and Scatterbull.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I won't say he got lucky. I think what happened to him is what happened to, I want to say Josh McCown so bad. It's not his name. The kid in Minnesota. They got the win against the Bears. Like, this is your opportunity to get your early win. Like, you got to win this one. Like, you don't have any room to lose this game. Like, you can't lose to the Bears. I'll do it for my team, but you can't lose that one.
Yeah, I can't remember that kid's name either.
And he went to Michigan. I'm ashamed. JJ McCarthy.
McCarthy. Yes. Yeah. And it was funny because after the fumble, Scatterbull was on the sidelines like, I need different gloves. Like, no, you need to hold on to the football.
That's what you need. Like,
that's what you need.
We surveyed 100 NFL players. Survey says 99 people say it's you.
It's you.
Not the gloves.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he was really kind of, I don't know, 15 carries, 59 yards. Like, that's not gonna cut it. That's not gonna cut it at all.
I mean, 4 yards a carry. 4 yards a carry is good if your quarterback's throwing for 300.
Yeah,
but he's not throwing for 300.
And he threw 2 interceptions. So it's like, y'all had 3 turnovers. Yeah, he threw for 202. Like, all in all, he had a decent day, but you don't overcome those 3 turnovers.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I've been to the Superdome, and that is not a friendly place. You can't even see the sky. Like, you look up and it's like, there's no sky. Everyone's wearing black in the crowd. They're all drunk. They're all yelling like, nah.
Yeah.
The other team is wearing black. Like, the Saints are wearing black. Yeah, it's got to be kind of demoralizing.
Everybody got on black forces. You know, like,
man, right?
Yeah, when we went, when we left, ears were ringing and shit. I'm like, God damn! I'm like, was it that loud in there? Like, yes it was. yes, it was.
And I was supposed to be at that game. I was not supposed to be. I halfway planned on being at that game, and that would have been a good game to go to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I won't call him a fluke, but I will say that I'm glad he got his win early, like the Raiders, because he might lose 4, 5, 6 in a row.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's kind of what we saw. We needed him. He needed him to win this game, and he didn't. So yeah, we'll see what happens after that. But like, yeah. So if they have Malik Nabers, do they win this game?
Nah, because the kid that came in behind Neighbors did good last week. He did real good. Wandale did real good last week. So Malik Neighbors is special, but I mean, I don't think he can overcome 14 points.
Yeah, and 3 turnovers. Yeah.
I'll give you 7, but I can't give Neighbors 14. He's not Calvin Johnson. He's good. He's good.
That's
but we all saw with the whole sophomore slump, Lab McConkey is doing nothing this year. So to just ordain Malik Neighbors as this, like, your best ability is availability. I hope he heals up fast, but no, I don't think Malik Neighbors overcomes 14 points.
Got you. I
give him 7. I give him 7. Yeah, can he play for LSU? And he's in New Orleans. I'll give him 7.
Yeah,
I give him 7.
Yeah. So I give him 7. Hey, this is a question that's percolating. What's wrong in Miami? We had the discussion,
drunk, bro. Everybody, they're all just drunk, partying, just drunk.
We had the discussion early on. I want to say it might have been episode 2 when I was like, "Yeah, bro, they had a players only meeting. It's time to pack it in." And you're like, "Nah, not really." And then they went out and got that win, and it's like, "Yeah, see," and then nothing since. Like you let the Panthers and the backup Rico Dowdle beat you, which don't get me wrong, Rico Dowdle is a serviceable running back. I'm not, not gonna knock him, but I'm just saying, like, that's another team that it's like you're supposed to win. You're absolutely supposed to win that.
Well, in their defense, right? If we're gonna give the Raiders some leeway, they played against the Colts, the Patriots, and the Bills. Pretty much the same teams that the Raiders played, and I mean they got smoked by the Colts, but the Colts been on some other shit. To the Bills, which the spread was, I think the spread was like, it don't matter. At Buffalo, they lost by 10, and they beat the Jets. They beat their division rival. But then, you won't be able to lose to Carolina though. But it's at Carolina. I don't know.
So
but they are playing cupcake football though. I will give them that.
Yeah, absolutely.
If your running back is Devon Achane, you have to have Brandon Jacobs as your second running back. You can't like have a super duper finesse back and like that's the plan. Cause like you can't run him on 3rd and 1, bro.
Yeah. And Ollie Gordon was supposed to be that. Let me see what he did. I said I picked him up in our fantasy. I drafted him in fantasy thinking that he's gonna, fill that role. And up until now, he has not done that.
Yeah, he has.
Devon Achane, 10 rushes for 16 yards.
Oh, yeah.
That's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. And your long was 6. So one of those.
A couple of them was negative.
Yeah. Ollie Gordon, 3 rushes, -2 yards. Like,
what?
And your long was 3. Like, come on, yo. That's what's wrong with Miami. They can't run the football. They cannot run the football. Meanwhile, Rico Dowdle, 23 carries, 206 yards, and a touchdown.
Madden. He's playing Madden on you.
53. Yeah,
he's playing Madden.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what Miami got to do to turn this around. Run the football, obviously, but
run the football.
I think they got the Chargers, the Browns, the Falcons, and the Ravens on the slate next. The Ravens aren't. Yeah, I said the Ravens aren't as scary as they used to be. Like they just cannot play defense right now. So yeah, but yeah, we keep bringing up the Colts. I guess it's time to touch on the Colts Raiders game. Just a funny little coincidence. Not funny for them because they got hurt, but like you had the kicker for the Colts get hurt, and unfortunately he's out for the season.
Dang, wow.
I think somebody hit his kicking leg. And I don't know how. I don't think it was a penalty, and I don't understand how it wasn't a penalty because his leg was back planted on the ground. Like I remember the commentators were like, "Oh, he hit his plant leg." It's like, "Oh, wait, no, he hit the kicking leg that was still back on the ground. Like he kicked, went through his motion, planted that foot, and then got ran into."
Did somebody block him into the kicker?
Maybe. I don't quite remember the sequence of events.
Did he hit the kick?
Yeah, he nailed the kick.
Oh, well, that's why it was no penalty.
So
it's not like the injury happened like well after the kick would have been either good or not.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know.
Yeah. And then I want to say it was the very next series they forced a punt, and then the Raiders punter got hurt. I don't know if he's out for the season or not.
Oh yeah, y'all definitely owe us.
Yeah, that was one of those. I was like,
oh, y'all heard our kicker?
Like, okay, bet. So yeah, but just
the ref did throw a flag.
He did? Okay.
The ref reached for a flag. But okay. I mean, hold on, wait.
Let me check on the.
So the thing about it, right? So I hope the kicker heals. I don't want to see nobody get hurt. I've played football. I've gotten hurt. I've not been able to get up off the field. It sucks. Mm-hmm. But like, you kick the ball's already gone. You can look at the guy that's flying into you, and you can make another step and get out the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can do that. Like, if he hit your plant leg, I mean, he was like aiming at you. He dove in front of him. He dove like in front, like he didn't hit the plant leg.
Yeah,
that's running into the kicker. That's a 5-yard penalty. 5-yard penalties happen. Face mask used to be a 5-yard penalty. Like you gotta protect yourself. You're playing football, bro.
That's true.
You can get rolled up. Like even if it would have been a 5-yard penalty because he ran into his kicking leg, and he was already airborne before he hit the ball. Like he was in the air.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't want to find that guy. You don't want to traumatize him, but it's like he was doing his job.
Yeah.
Kicker just. Oh shit! The kicker was looking down.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and watch the play.
I'm watching it right now. He dove so that the guy dove like literally like as his foot is connected with the ball, the guy on the end is diving. He's diving for the kick. And the kicker's looking down as he looks up at the ball. The guy's hitting him as his leg's coming back down, and it's like he didn't. If he would have hit the plant leg, yeah, suspend him, whatever. But like he dove in front where he's supposed to dive for a block. It's just it's unfortunate.
Yeah. The Raiders punter, I don't know. I think he might be he's listed as questionable, but he actually just got a contract extension. He is now the NFL's top paid punter. So I'm guessing they're thinking he's going to be okay. Like, I don't think you make that move if you think that he's going to be out.
Following the footsteps of Sebastian Janikowski, Brad Maynard. Wait, not Brad Maynard. What was it? Because they had Janikowski, but they had the punter at the same time back when we were kids. What was the punter's name, bro? You know what I'm talking about, bro. Because Brad Maynard was the Bears punter. It was Shane Leckler.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about him.
Shane Leckler, yeah. But I just put the link for the video so you can watch it. I don't think that's egregious. I think that's he was going for a ball, and you gotta. It's just really unfortunate. Sometimes you just fall into like when Tom Brady got hurt. Like the guy is just doing his job, and he barely hit him. It just happened to tear a bunch of cartilage. I don't think it was a dirty play.
I think we can watch this on the pod. I'm pretty sure you can.
Can we broadcast the YouTube video? I wouldn't.
Wouldn't. Okay. Then I'll watch it.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I'm like,
then I'll watch it later. Watch it.
Watch it. I want to know what you think about the play.
Okay. Let me see.
It's like in the first 10 seconds of the video. Like as soon as you start the video, they show it. And it's like,
It looked like he was also kind of sort of blocked in the air.
You know, that's why I'm like,
I need a more zoomed out angle. Yeah, the way he's flopping, like, let me see. Yeah, I don't think he was. Yeah, I think he got blocked.
You know, it's kind of like in basketball, right? You pump fake, I'm in the air. You jump into me when I'm in the air, like I'm already off the ground, bro. Like, what can I? How could like what? What am I supposed to do?
Yeah,
Start flying? Like sprout wings on my back? Like, bro, I'm in the air already.
Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
If you hit the plant leg, you can't excuse that.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on 1 second, bro.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah. So we absolutely need to figure out our licensing rules and what we can show, what we can't. But yeah, you guys in the comments and those that watch later, go look up Spencer Schrader's knee injury, and let us know what you think. Whether it was fair, whether it was foul. I think now that I've seen it again, I think just unfortunate. It's not something you want to see happen. But again, it wasn't anything malicious. He didn't try to injure him intentionally. I'd have to go back and look what happened to the Raiders punter, because I definitely didn't see that play. I had walked away from the TV and I just heard that he's now hurt. And yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, yeah, they had to get back somehow.
Oh, he got hurt on a block punt. That's fair game. Once the punt got blocked,
yeah.
You gotta protect yourself, big dog.
Yeah. So I really don't want to talk about my Bengals. I really don't want to talk about our performance. I don't want to talk about what keeps happening to us. So I'm glad that they provided me with a different topic to still talk about them. So we traded, I believe, a 5th round pick for Joe Flacco and a 6th round pick. I'm wondering, when you have Jameis Winston and Russell. Yeah, 7. Yeah. When you have Jameis Winston and Russell out there, Russell Wilson out there, which one would have been a better trade option? Talent-wise, like we don't know the salary caps and all that, but just talent-wise, I would have said Jameis Winston. That's what I would have said. That's who I would have targeted, just simply for his ability and willingness to push the ball down the field. That is apparently so. We have made we've been called a Madden offense, a fantasy football offense,
flag football offense.
I can't disagree with that. But with that means that you need to, again, push the ball down the field. You need to target Jamar Chase. You need to target T. Higgins. You need to target Noah Fant, Mike Gesicki down the field. And yes, Winston might be, prone to throw a pick or 2 or 6, but he does so on like bomb plays. Like he's going to launch it. And I don't know. What do you think?
Joe Burrow's out, and I need a quarterback. Well, it depends on what those guys are making. I think it might have been a money thing with Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco probably pays less than either one of them. And you got to have another backup. There was somebody behind Browning on the depth chart those last couple games. So it's like, I don't know. Is Joe Flacco gonna start, or is they signed him as a backup? Like how
he's starting?
Oh shit!
And they demoted Jake Browning to backup.
See how much-
It is the money thing. I just looked it up. So Joe Flacco is he signed a 1 year, $4.25 million contract with the Browns. Jameis Winston's on a 2-year deal worth $8 million.
How much?
$8 million but it sounds similar, but it includes a $2 million signing bonus and $5.25 million in guaranteed money, with the deal able to reach a total of $16 million through various playing time, performance, playoff incentives, yada 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 yada. So that could have gotten more expensive. And then Russ is on a 1 year, $10.5 million contract.
Oh yeah, it was the money.
$21 million with incentives. So
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess it was a money thing. But yeah, just take the money out of it. Let's say they all made the same. Which quarterback are you taking? Which quarterback are you trading for?
Me? Russell Wilson.
Really? Yeah. Even with his recent performance. I don't know. My last view of Russell, they were playing
Chiefs.
Yeah, and he just sailed so many balls. There was one he threw into the tunnel out the back.
He was throwing to construction workers. Like who's he throwing to? I don't use that a lot. People love saying that we don't have receivers. I hate that. But like, who is he throwing to?
That's fair. But you still got at least
hurt. The starting Malik Neighbors was hurt. Like he's literally like they have no game plan. They're playing flag football. They're playing pickup football at that point. So
yeah, but you at least got to put it in the radius. That's what I'm looking at. Like you're not wrong, but at the same time, I'm looking at his performance. Right. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, I just prefer Jameis Winston. What's up? Yeah, I just prefer Jameis Winston. Again, because his willingness to throw the football down the field. So, Then I guess the last thing that we can cover, because we have some other stuff that we need to get to. What was the better upset of the week? The Patriots over the Bills, the Jags over the Chiefs, or the Broncos over the Eagles?
Better upset. I gotta say the Pats over the Bills. That's in the division.
Mm-hmm.
On the flip side of that coin, you got Broncos over the Eagles. You won't see us again until the Super Bowl, so you can't get your lick back. Like you can't get your lick back. And I think was it at Philly?
Yeah.
Home, right?
Yeah. So the Broncos were at Philly. Yeah. Chase,
I think it's a bigger upset. I think the Bills is the bigger upset because they've been owning their whole division. They've been like owning them, and it's like we got a divisional win off y'all. Like, stop playing with us. You gonna stop playing? Like, finger in the face, like mush them. Like, you gonna stop playing with us?
Yeah.
But also, like I said, the Broncos, like they can't get their lick back against the Broncos until the Super Bowl. Like, there is no lick back. Like, you can't. I mean, the next time we'll see y'all. So.
Yeah. I'm trending towards the Broncos over the Eagles simply because the Eagles are the defending Super Bowl champs.
Oh yeah, no, that's real.
And again, they walked in their house and then not only held them to we've highlighted how the Eagles have a very mediocre offense this year. They've just found ways to get it done. But yeah, it's just they did this in a comeback effort against the defending Super Bowl champs. Like, you Super Bowl champs, like once you have somebody down, you're supposed to keep them there. And the Broncos were like, nah, fuck that. Fuck that. We're not going for that. So the Jags over the Chiefs. I mean, I heard it all over ESPN that some people thought that was gonna happen. I mean, it is a good signature win. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not, but yeah, to me, it will go the Broncos over the Eagles, and then the Patriots over the Bills, and the Jags over the Chiefs. Like, and I know that kind of sounds a little hypocritical because the Chiefs were just also in the Super Bowl, but
I mean,
what you said, like you said, the whole divisional win. The Bills have been kicking around that division for quite some time.
5 years now.
Yeah.
they beat the living shit out of them in the playoff. Well, didn't they beat them by like 50 in the playoffs or some shit like that?
Something like
It was
that.
something
Yeah,
nasty, like, bro. Like, why would you do this to us, bro? Like, what did we do to y'all?
Right.
Like, had y'all beat us this bad during the season, you would have never beat us this bad in the playoffs. Like, y'all waited for the playoffs and brought out all the shit y'all been saving all year for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Diabolical.
and our boy Chasen said, Broncos, you know what? I think, let me see, bigger upset. I think the bigger upset is the Pats because they weren't really on nothing last year, and I wasn't expecting a lot from them. Nobody outside of Boston expecting a lot from them.
Mm-hmm.
But the Broncos is like, they were a playoff team. Like, didn't they win their first playoff game last year? Didn't they win in the wild card round? I want to say.
I think so.
They did, yeah. So the Broncos had some traction last year. So, you know. And the Eagles have been stalling too. So, depending on how you look at it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. But speaking of the playoffs,
we have the current playoff standings. Playoff picture. They actually have it right here. I have to type it up. Okay. Do I have this right? Did I do it right? I did not. It's something wrong with me. So yeah. As of right now, the Colts. Oh wow, the Eagles are the number one. Okay, so as of right now, the Colts are number one in the AFC. Then we got Bills, Steelers, Chargers as the 2, 3, 4, and then you got Jags, Broncos, Patriots as the 5, 6, 7. And then in the NFC, you have the Eagles at number one. You got 49ers, Bucks, Lions as 2, 3, 4. And then you have Packers, Seahawks, Vikings as 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
What's your take on the current playoff standings?
Let me see. Let me pull up. Here we go. Oh wait, no. Yes. No. Yes.
I dropped the link for you.
Yeah, no. I was looking up what we had predicted and how it's shaking out.
Yeah.
We'll come back and address that in just a second. Bills, Ravens, Texans, Chiefs, Broncos, Bengals, Eagles, Commanders, Bucks, Lions, Rams, Bears, 49ers. So it's shaping up. The NFC is shaping up a lot better with our predictions than the AFC is.
Yeah.
The Chargers definitely are slumping right now. And they need to figure it out if they want to keep their spot because you have, the
Broncos are tied with them. All they have is that tiebreak right now.
Yeah.
And having only one means they play again. That tiebreak means nothing because they play again.
What up, Jay? So you have inexplicably Cincinnati and then Houston and Kansas City all within a 2-game swing. You lose 2 games, they win 2 games, and you're now out of the playoff picture. So I think the Chargers need to get it together. The NFC side is looking real, real deep. Like you're 1, 2, 3, and 4, all 4-1, proving why they belong there. And like that, I think the NFC is going to have a real fun push for the playoff finish toward the end of the season. Chaso says that I still think Houston. Huh? You said what? Oh, yeah. Chaso said that he still thinks that Houston has a chance as long as they finish better in the AFC South, which is absolutely correct. You have the Titans, who are still figuring stuff out. You have the Jags, who, I mean, they do have a signature win, but it's like, is that their announcement to a rival, or are they going to fade back into obscurity, down the stretch of the season? That's still left to be seen. So yeah, there is a spot there to kind of grab. Coming down the stretch. Yeah, I did have the Texans. I mean, I had the Texans winning the division, which that's looking like a far cry, but I at least had them in the playoffs. And that can still be possible. That could still very much so be possible.
Right. As I was working on the NFC side, trying to manually figure out who's in the playoffs, not looking that there's literally a playoff ranking button I could have pressed. I had the Commanders and the Rams in the playoffs, but I was messed up the tiebreakers, forgot about the Packers. So you got the Commanders and the Rams that are right there waiting for somebody to drop out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, like, both in the playoffs last year, They both ran to a buzzsaw last year with the Eagles, but they're both in the playoffs last year. So it's going to be real interesting coming down the stretch in the NFC. Let's see. You got, like I said, 9-10, the Rams and the Commanders, 8-9 rather. And after that, it kind of falls off, People are sometimes kind of hyped up on Dallas, but, you got the dark horse Chicago waiting for their 6-game win streak,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then, of course, the AFC, just outside, you got, oh, man. It's really just Kansas City. Like, the Ravens were the ones that everybody would have bet money on, but they're 1-4, and their quarterback's hurt. I think that they're cooked, if you ask me. Houston can get a divisional win. If y'all had Joe Burrow, I had y'all in the Super Bowl. But yeah, it's pretty much Kansas City gonna jack somebody's spot, if I had to call it. Oh, the bottom 6 teams have 1 win or less. All right, so who you got? Who do you have in the NFC playoff that's in right now that's not gonna make it?
So the AFC side, I do think that Kansas City finds a way to get in. I just don't know who it's going to be at the expense of. Like, everything in me wants to say it's going to be at the expense of Denver, since they're in the same division.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I really got to see what Joe Flacco does with this Bengals squad, because maybe they can stay afloat. Because with this move, they did say in a press conference that they do believe Burrow will be back in December.
Yeah.
And usually the Bengals start humming around the end of the season anyway. So, but we just got to see what his recovery looks like, and but guaranteed, I think Kansas City is in there at the expense of Denver, and then I think Houston sneaks in there at the expense of New England. Okay. That's what I think. I think the Chargers, they figure it out. They right the ship from their slump. Yeah, so I think Denver and New England are on the bubble.
Yeah, I would definitely say New England's on the chopping block. But anybody can get hot any given Sunday. So
yeah. So what about the NFC side? What are you thinking over there?
NFC. So I think Washington, it depends on like the health of Jaden Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that Minnesota, there's no way they make the playoffs. I don't think it's possible. I think they might win 9 games. At best they get in on some 7 seed. They're at the 7 seed now. I think their best bet is 7 seed. I think the Rams for sure make it over Minnesota. I would put the Rams in. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the Rams in. The Rams are in.
Okay.
Even having to tough it out with Seattle and San Francisco and all those battles. I think they get their lick back on San Francisco. Finish 3-3 or better in their division. Maybe 4-2, 4-2 or better. Washington, I don't know. Think about Lambeau, bro. People going into Lambeau, that's just like really going into like the depths of hell, going to play in Lambeau in December. Like they just don't lose at Lambeau in December.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we beat them, it was January. It wasn't even December. Like they're not going to lose any home games at Lambeau. Because like the fans, do you want to go see your team play in Lambeau? Do you really want to go up there? Like, nah.
No.
Like, I'm a Bears fan. I'm gonna make it to a Lambeau game, but it won't be a December Lambeau game. I'll tell you that. I catch y'all week 5 or 6 or something, but I'm not.
So
I don't think that. I think it's gonna be the Vikings are for sure losing their spot, and Seattle might lose their spot to Washington. All right.
So they have 2 home games in December. Uh-oh. I think I lost my co-host. Yeah, so they only have 2 home games in December against Chicago, and then there's a flex game against Baltimore. Give me just a second, you guys. Okay, so quick intermission for my co-host. But anyway, so going back to the playoff teams, I do believe that looking at the NFC side, I just don't believe in Minnesota. I'm actually very surprised that they are there, and I'd have to go a little bit deeper into the tiebreaker as to why they're there over conference record. That's why. So Minnesota has a 1-1 conference record, while Washington has a 1-2, and the Rams have an 0-2 conference record. I see that changing. I don't see. Let's look at Minnesota's schedule coming up. They got the Eagles, they got the Chargers, they got the Lions. So the Vikings have benefited from starting off with a non-playoff team schedule. So they beat the Bears, they lost to the Falcons in a very inexplicable loss. Beat my Bengals very handily. Lost to the Steelers, playoff team, won against the Browns. But now they're gonna have to face the Eagles, the Chargers, the Lions in this next 3 games. They have 3 playoff teams coming up, 2 in conference. So what did I say they were? I said that they were 1-1. So that very well over these next 3 weeks could be 1-3 in the conference. And even if they end up with the same record, let's look at Washington. So Washington is the Bears, the Cowboys, the Chiefs over the next 3 games. So they as well have 2 conference opponents that they could very well beat. And then who else did we say? The Rams. We're right now talking about how at first I didn't understand the tiebreaker and why the Vikings are there over their Commanders or the Rams, but it's the conference record. And so over the next 3 weeks, and the Vikings have started out playing like non-playoff contenders. And these next 3 weeks, they play all 3 playoff contenders, 2 in conference. So their 1-1 conference record could be 1-3, while the Commanders have 2 conference opponents over the next 3 with the Bears and the Cowboys. So they very well, could have a better conference record. And I was gonna look up the Rams and see who they got. Ravens, Jacks, Saints. So they only have 1 conference opponent over the next 3, but they could end up with a better record. So yeah, just over the next 3 games, I see Minnesota getting pushed out of that 7th seed in favor of either Washington or LA. Easily.
Like Minnesota is not making the playoffs. There's no way. Like I don't know what the odds are. The odds makers probably. I hate to summon the odds makers because I'm not betting as much as I normally would, but I don't. It's probably like. I'd say like plus 130, maybe something like that for the Vikings to make it. Nah, maybe plus 160. I don't think they believe in them.
BetMGM has them listed at plus 260 to make the playoffs.
Damn, see, I will get them 160. I said, hell no.
Yeah, BetMGM, ESPN, CBS Sports is negative 115 to make the playoffs. They're the only.
CBS Sports is drunk. Oh no, CBS Sports is suckering people in. There we go.
That yeah. BetMGM and ESPN were like, yeah, y'all ain't even supposed to be here right now. We don't know how y'all are, but y'all ain't gonna be here much longer.
Or the plus 260 could be suckering folks in. I don't know. I ain't never had to set no odds on no bets. Not for real, with no real money being exchanged.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to think which one is. See, DraftKings has plus 205. Would you feel more like a sucker going after the negative 115 or going after the plus 260? Considering that they're not going to make it. Like, what would you feel like?
I'd feel like less of a sucker going for the underdog bet because at least I would make more money if I was right. Like, actually no, other way around. I'd feel like a sucker if I took the 115 because it's just like. I knew they weren't gonna make it, and I wasn't gonna make a lot. I'm not gonna make a lot if I was right.
Like if I had $100, I bet $100 on plus 260. It'd be like I know they're not gonna make it, but like let's say they get lucky and they get a couple of fugazi wins, and that puts them in that 7th seed. But like negative 115, I feel like a dickhead if I bet negative 115 on the Vikings. Like no. Hell no.
Yeah, nah, not at all. Not at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like I said, the NFC is gonna, in my opinion, have a better finish than the AFC will.
Right.
Especially with that tie. The Green Bay Cowboys tie.
Oh, that tie is gonna be diabolical. Or should I say diabolical? I had to do it, bro. I had to do it. Come on, move ads. Here they go with the man.
This is a no ad show.
I'm talking about the ad. I'm trying to pull up this.
No, I know. I'm saying we don't do ads around here. We don't do that around.
All right. Quick peek at the future. Right? Based off everything that we just said, right? Without looking, without you looking, which team is going to host the most influential playoff game in week 18, right? So you already got a 50-50 shot of who's going to be hosting, right? Who's going to be hosting and which game, based off the current playoff standards and what we just said, is going to be the most important game of week. Let me test your future sightseeing.
Getting my
who's gonna hold the most
here.
Right, see if that crystal ball is still ready. And I'm telling you right now, it's only 2 It's 1, 2, 3 possible answers. 4 possible answers. There's 4. I'm gonna be fair. I'll give you 2 guesses. And what team will be hosting the most important game of Week 18? Like, what's gonna be that night game that on that Sunday?
Are you asking like for somebody to make the playoffs or not make the playoffs, like a make or break type of deal, or like seeding?
So usually the last week of the season, right? They usually put the most important game as that night game. That's usually the one that's like either the team that makes it is in and the one that misses is out, or it'll be like last year with the Vikings Lions, it was like 1 seed, 5 seed game. So like, no, last year if the Lions lost, they would have been the 5 and the Vikings would have been 2, but the Lions won, they end up being 1, Vikings end up being 5. So like, what's gonna be that flex game? What game is gonna get flexed to Sunday Night Football in Week 18? Who's gonna host the game? If you get this, you are psychic. Without looking, are you looking? You're not looking, are you?
I'm looking at the current playoff picture. I'm not looking at the schedule. I'm not looking.
Yeah, look at the current playoff picture. Who's gonna host the most important game of week? Like, who cannot rest their starters Week 18? And I know who I'm picking, but I'm looking at it. But I know what game caught my eye for sure.
The New Orleans Saints. No, I'm just kidding.
Here you go. The Saints are at the Falcons, so the Saints aren't hosting, and that won't be deciding shit.
Deciding anything.
That won't. Nah,
that might be deciding
Falcons, but that won't be the night game.
Nah. I would say either Green Bay,
right?
LA.
You sneaky fox. Talking about LA. It's 2 teams in LA. I see what you did there.
I meant the Rams. I did mean the Rams. Okay. The Chiefs. Or the Steelers.
Okay, so the Rams are hosting the Cardinals, which I mean, the Cardinals look good but not great. The Cardinals look like you can watch your team play. The Cardinals aren't getting trounced, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Cardinals will be playing meaningful football into December. Into January, again, I don't got a crystal ball. We're looking at you with the crystal ball, so maybe, right? We'll put it as a maybe. Baltimore at Pittsburgh. Any other year, I think this would be an important game. If Baltimore can win all their games in November, this might be interesting, but I think Pittsburgh will be resting people. It might matter for Baltimore. It won't matter for Pittsburgh, I don't think, in Week 18.
Okay.
That's me. What the hell? Stop playing, bro. I didn't even click that. Okay. Green Bay is at Minnesota, so they're not hosting, but that was one of the ones that I thought would be definitely at Minnesota. I feel like it could be a toss-up. Either one of them, that could be one of those we're playing for the 6th seed or the 7th seed type game. I think the Lions take the division, but that could be important. And then you said, what was the 4th team you said? Or you said L? You said you said the
Rams, the Steelers, the Chiefs,
Rams, the Steelers, the Packers.
The Packers,
Kansas City. Yeah. So Kansas City is at Las Vegas. It for damn sure won't matter for Las Vegas. I think that'll be a nice place, a nice game for Chiefs fans to travel to watch their team lock in a playoff spot or lock in the division lead.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you honestly skipped over the 3 most important ones, and that's Washington at Philly.
Yep.
Seattle at San Francisco, and then the Chargers at the Broncos. Like you skipped over those three. I think Chargers Broncos is going to be that night game, right? Seattle San Fran could be who wins the division, who gets a wild card, but I think Chargers and Broncos will be the losers out. Like you either win the division or you're out. Like crazy work.
Yeah.
Like the winner wins the division, the loser's out, but the Chiefs still somehow make it, which is crazy. That's even crazier. Chiefs end up tying the Raiders, so they lock up the 7 seed. Now you either win the division or you're out. I can see that. What do you now looking at the schedule? What do you think?
I leaned Broncos, but then I just didn't say it. But yeah, I agree with you on that one. Like now that I look at the schedule, it's gonna be that one.
As far as both
it also
teams,
really very well could be the 49ers and the Seahawks as well. I think Eagles, Commanders, they might both already have their positions locked in, so I don't think it'll matter.
It'll matter. It'll be like they're both in. They're just trying to pick which spot, but I think they're both gonna make it.
Yeah, yeah. But honestly, I think it might be in that a case of both their spots are already locked in, win or lose, like nothing really changes for them.
Right.
And then it just becomes okay, this is a divisional game. Do we want to play our starters to, it becomes one of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, I'm gonna lean with you. The Broncos Chargers game is gonna be that crazy night game that they both need to win or else they're out. So I can see that. I absolutely could see that. Let me think. What could be a sneaky game that's in there?
A sneaky week 18?
Colts Texans might be a sneaky.
Colts Texans could very much so be the Colts lost 4 of the last 5 type of shit. Like the lock in his win for that 4 seed, and the Texans was like not so. Is it at Houston? Oh man, Hell no! You gotta go on the road to clinch the playoffs. I hate to have to be them. I do not envy them.
Not so fast there. Not so.
Smack the hand. Get your hands off of that. Get your hands off that playoff spot, nigga. Boy,
yeah. So that was a good question.
Yeah.
It's a real good question. So yeah, looking forward, not as far forward. Looking forward to next week. What are some of the things that you got your eye on for next week?
I'm gonna say the best for last, but I'm looking at Seattle at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's coming off that super duper high of beating the Chiefs. I think that even though they're 2-3, beating them is still like a thing. You still have a little badge. Like I beat the Chiefs this year. Stop playing with me. Kind of like the year the Bucks. Funny story, and I hope Terry's not watching. She might kill me for this. The year that the Bucks won the Super Bowl back in 2020, my girlfriend at the time, her dad is a Bucks fan. But the Bears beat the Bucks that year. It was the Tom Brady, the fourth down moment where he's like, so I bought her dad a shirt to like commemorate the Bucks winning, but I had the one that had the schedule on the shirt. So like you were gonna wear that Bears L with your championship. That's cool that y'all won, but you gotta wear that L. Week 6, we beat y'all. You gotta wear that. So I think that the Jaguars coming off that high. I don't. If the Jaguars can win this one against the Seahawks, coming off of that high, it would mean a lot more than if the Seahawks can beat the Jags. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have the numbers in front of me. I don't got who stats and what, all of that. But like the Seahawks have looked really good for 3-2. Like they're 3. They might be the best looking 3-2 team out of the 3-2 teams. Like the Seahawks have looked really good. They win this. They're very much so like San Fran. We're coming for you. Rams, we're coming for you. It'll be a huge statement for them. There's a lot of weird matchups, but I think this is definitely the third best game going on this week.
Okay. Yeah, you got the Jags coming off that super high win. You got the Seahawks coming off of that collapse of a loss because they were winning, and then Baker Mayfield said, once again, wait a minute. I am
Stop
Baker
playing with me.
motherfucking Mayfield. Right. I was a number one overall pick. Like, I does this. And it was funny because like I actually saw on social media how like at halftime some of the Seahawks fans were chirping at him. And then after the game, he went back and found that same section of fans. Like, now what?
Right. What was y'all saying? What was that last part?
Right. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how both teams respond after two very opposite results from their previous week. So yeah, that is a good one. I know looking at this schedule, I'm interested to see one of mine that I'm interested to see is how the Cowboys and the Panthers end up.
And it's funny you say that. I'm gonna let you go first, but I have my own take on the Cowboys and the Panthers.
You know, like you have the Cowboys who just beat a Jets team that they were supposed to beat. Right. I mean, they beat them more handily than the score indicated.
Right. Garbage time. We all been there.
Yeah. And then we have the Panthers who are starting to try to find an offensive identity. And it's like both teams are basically finding their groove. It's like whose groove is going to knock the other groove out of whack. And I could very well see a very surprising result. I have not figured out. So they got the spread Dallas at 3.5. I haven't figured out.
At Carolina, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, Bryce Young is an SEC quarterback, so it's like, I don't know, but 6.5 in neutral site, 10 points in Dallas. I don't know, man.
Listen, we're gonna stop taking shots at these SEC quarterbacks.
No, we not. No, we not.
I've avoided it for a little while, but we're gonna chill out on the SEC standard.
If you don't mix something in with that SEC, if you don't mix in a Big 10 or a Big 12 or a ACC, they really don't do much. I'm not gonna lie.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
I could slow down a little bit. You know what? I will agree. I could slow down. I probably won't. I could. For damn sure could.
Arch Manning did not do us any favors this past weekend. DJ Lagway didn't do us any favors the week before. Like,
hey, but isn't Arch Manning, isn't he like Big 12 low key? Wasn't it really a Big 12 thing?
Nah, I think
Arch Manning was there last year.
Yeah.
But last year was the first year in the SEC. Right? Am I is time moving that fast?
I want to say
last year was the first year in the SEC for Texas, right? I think last year was the first year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so technically he got scouted to a Big 12 team. So I won't even call that an L for y'all. That's still he's the last of the Big 12 era, the very last of the Big 12 era. So
yeah.
But that's
Jackson Dart not doing us any favors in the NFL. Like,
if you don't, bro, I'm telling you, if you don't mix some other conference in with that SEC, it'd be like, come on, bro, what are y'all doing? Except Patrick Mahomes, I don't know. That's Patrick Mahomes is SEC, right?
No,
Texas Tech.
Yeah,
that's not SEC.
No.
Oh shit,
that's like Big 10, I believe.
That was our only chance, niggas. Because Jalen Hurts got some Big 12 in there, and Joe Burrow is Big 10. I mean, I'm just, hey, listen,
man.
I'm just saying, bro. Look, I'm just saying.
Nah, we ain't doing that. We're in Big 12. Texas Tech is Big 12. Nah, we ain't doing that. Where you get his money?
One season in the SEC. He said, "I don't give a fuck what you say." No, nigga.
Posted the best season as a college quarterback in which conference? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, look, I talk enough shit about the Big Ten quarterbacks. I'm like, the Big Ten, not even Big Ten quarterbacks. Ohio State quarterbacks specifically don't do shit when they come out. Like, specifically, Ohio State University, their quarterbacks be trash when they get out of Ohio State.
Is Mia in the chat? Nah, she ain't in the chat. Okay.
It's the
She was being type something.
It's the SEC effect, but it's particular to Ohio State specifically, right? Like you zero in on Ohio State specifically, like ugh. Because the best quarterback ever came out of the Big Ten. So I mean, it's like he carrying the weight for a lot of people.
That's true. But anyway, so back on track. Oh,
on track, right.
Yeah, you were saying about the Cowboys Panthers game.
Oh, I was saying like who's the most mid? Like this is the game for like who's gonna be that power ranking 16, 17? Like which one of y'all is the most mid? Because right now they're both power rankings. They're probably 16, 17. If I had to guess, where the fuck is the power rankings at? Power rankings right here. Boop. Good old CBS Sports. I'm not endorsing shit. Just that's what I use. Let's see. Oh nope. Cowboys 19. Panthers is 24. Yeah, so I feel like the winner of this game gets to be like perfect mid in the NFL. Like if the Cowboys win, they're right there. They literally are 2-1. They're literally as mid as you can get. And the Panthers will be 3-3, so they're fighting for like who's more mid.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun to watch. I don't think it matters much in the long run. It should be a fun game to watch. You might get a return touchdown. Huh?
I say it would be hilarious if they tied.
Oh, dude. 2 ties in a year. What is this? Hockey? Is this soccer? Nigga? What are y'all doing? How do you tie twice in one season? Like what is going on?
Yeah.
Man. But it'll be a fun game to watch for sure.
Yeah. All right. So what other games you got?
I got the Lions and the Chiefs, and I'm looking at no one probably had the Chiefs with 3 losses at this point, but like with their schedule this brutal, like you gotta play the Lions next. Coming off a surprise loss I feel like coming off a loss to the Lions going to the Jags is like cool, let's go handle business. But coming out of a loss to the Jags going to the Lions is like fuck, bro. Like why? Why do we have to play them next? Like, and that's without Jameson Williams doing anything this season. Like nothing. He is chilling. I wouldn't want to have to do it.
Yeah. And especially so I think some of the Chiefs' struggles are because they have offensive players suspended, offensive players hurt. And like you always say, there's so much film on them because they always go so deep into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like they don't really have any more little wrinkles that they can pull out. It's like, we saw this 3 years ago in the playoffs. Like, we saw this, week 18. So everybody is, they haven't reinvented themselves, and everybody is taking their best shot at them with a lot of information on them. So is this a must-win for the Chiefs?
Yes. My fault. I just got some. I don't know if the game just ended, but Asia Wilson hit a jump shot with 0.3 seconds to go to lift the Aces to 3-0. So. Yeah. But must win for the Chiefs. I think the non-conference loss shouldn't affect them on a tie-break scale. And losing to the Lions, they don't have too many more diesel opponents on their schedule. They already played Philly. They already played Philly. They already put the Chargers once. The Lions.
So they have the Bills.
Whew.
They got the Broncos that kind of got something to prove. They got the Colts who seem
Washington.
to be. They got Washington. So, I mean, they don't.
At Dallas. They need all the wins that they can get, but I mean, let's say out of those 5, they lose 3 more. That'll put them at 11-6. That ain't the best spot to be in, but every game is a must win for them. Yes, this.
Yeah, at this point,
I would say this is a must win.
Yeah,
you gotta win everything. You already lost 3. If you lose 3 more, it's like,
yeah.
Are they in the playoffs?
Yeah. So another game I'm looking at, and this is kind of a dark horse type of pick. And it's not even for who's going to win or lose. I'm looking at how the Bills respond on Monday night against the Falcons.
Ooh.
Because, they're coming off a tough loss that they should have won. They haven't had that signature just beat down win yet over a team that they should have beat down. Like I know that we said that they were going to obliterate the Saints. I mean, they beat them 31-19, but that's not, that's not what we were talking.
That ain't no murder's row.
Yeah, that's So I'm interested to see how they respond against another team that they should be beating.
Yeah.
So we have another doubleheader Monday night. Bears Commanders. Ooh.
Yeah, I was gonna get into that later, but
yeah. I think that's. Again, I'm interested in the Bengals game as well. See how Joe Flacco does, but I don't have high hopes because we don't do well against a ferocious pass rush, and Micah Parsons is right there. So we'll see. But so yeah, you said that you we're gonna get to that later.
Oh yeah.
What other games you got on the slate before that?
So I think the 49ers at the Bucks. I think this is by far the biggest game of the week. Again, this is you can't get your lick back until the playoffs. Maybe not Super Bowl, but you can't get your lick back to the playoffs. They're both. Mike Evans is that important that he is him being out is huge, and then Irving being out is huge, and then of course San Fran's dealing with the same caliber injuries on their side, so it should be definitely a can y'all focus on healing your players and getting the game plan together and playing this 16, 17, 18 type game? Like, I think it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
It might not be the most fun game to watch, but it is the biggest game. The winner of this game should be, well, the Eagles are first in the NFC. But they're, power rankings wise, should be the number 1 team in the NFC.
Yeah.
After that, win. Whoever wins, unless they tie, which would be insane.
Yeah, they would switch spots. Because right now 49ers are 2, Buccaneers are 3. So there would be some playoff seeding shuffling happening with this game. So yeah, that is a really interesting game. Mike Evans is still out. Chris Godwin is, and Bucky Irving did not practice today.
So something that the TV might not cover that I gotta go ahead and say now is hats off to Mike Evans for the 10 straight 1,000-yard seasons to start his career. I don't think he gets that this year with missing these games. Unless he comes back and hits you with some 175s, I don't think he's gonna make it. But I think you got to put an asterisk by that. You got to put an asterisk by this season because he got hurt. So
yeah.
Once he gets back, he's gonna wreck shop. He's gonna, go out there and handle business.
Absolutely.
Not having him is huge. It's bigger than Ayuk. It's bigger than Pearsall. It's bigger than George Kittle being out. So, that sucks. That's gonna be an interesting. If Brock Purdy doesn't come back, there's no chance that they beat the Bucs. Not saying that the spread, whatever the spread is, I think it'll be a 1-score game, between 8 to 1 points deciding the game. But I think there's no way they win without Brock Purdy.
They have Tampa Bay -2.5.
Exactly. It's gonna be close, but there's no way they're not gonna do what they did against the Rams
The Rams.
against the Bucks. Like, no.
And I'm looking at this. Purdy didn't practice Wednesday. Mac Jones was limited in practice.
Oh yeah,
today.
Mac Jones Mac Jones almost died this past week.
So
Yeah.
this might, depending on how these injuries shake out, this might be less interesting. Maybe. But yeah, that is a pretty interesting game on the surface. If you're looking at it. On the back end, so we talked about how the Cowboys Panthers is the mid-off.
The mid-off, not for real.
The Titans Raiders.
They really play this week.
Oh yeah.
Is it at Tennessee?
No, it's in Vegas.
They're gonna be giving them tickets away. Please come watch the game. We need them fans.
Yeah,
like, no, bro.
This is the fight for who is more or less ass out of this season. Like this is the
the loser gets the number one pick, bro.
For real.
Somehow they're gonna transcend past the Jets. You are now the most ass team.
I did forget about the Jets. The Jets are 0-5. I did forget about them. But no, still, like, yeah, they're looking like both really, really bad. And it's like, I kind of got to give the Titans some grace, even though I picked them. I did not pick them to make the playoffs. That was not my surprise team. But either way, the Titans have their rookie quarterback. So it's like we got to give them a little bit of grace and leeway.
They have the number one pick, so they're supposed to be ass.
Yeah. Looking at the Raiders, like, come on, y'all.
Ass.
Yeah, y'all just ass.
Y'all just ass.
Yeah. So yeah, the Jets. Yeah, I forgot they was right there. I'm looking at the Jets schedule. I don't know when they get their first win.
Matter of fact,
10-26 at the Bengals. That's probably when they're gonna get their first win. That's when they're gonna get their first win.
Hey, look, the Jets so bad, you can't even ask when they get their first win because you're saying win twice. You gotta say if they get their first win.
Get their first win.
You gotta switch the language up for them. You gotta say how you say win in Spanish? Shit. My Spanish is failing me. French. I don't know.
Maybe at the Saints in December. Ugh.
They're so bad. I'm looking up how to say it in a different language.
Oh my goodness.
What is win in Spanish? Cuando. All right, what's win in French? Quan. Okay, Cuando. Yeah, nah, they're just ass. Like now you got me wanting to look. Hold on. Let's look at this Jets schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, like
I mean,
you can't even say the Panthers.
You said what?
You can't even say the Panthers.
You can't even say the Panthers.
Like at first I was looking at it, but like, yeah, the Panthers look like they try to get their shit together.
The Panthers low key mid.
They mid.
They low key. They low key mid. So it's like, well, the Jets is ass, boy. I ain't what? Wait, Denver, Carolina. He said at Cincinnati. He said, "Yep, that's the one right there at Cincinnati." But no, them hosting Cleveland might be it. No, hosting Cleveland might be the one because I'm looking at the rest of that shit. Like Nah, they better beat Cleveland. If not, it's gonna be a prop up on DraftKings. Like, do the Jets go 0-17? The first 0-17 team ever. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking. Maybe, like I said, maybe against the Saints in December.
No.
No,
That atmosphere be too intense. I don't know.
That's true. We did just
not in
talk about
a arena where I'm looking like, yeah, we're gonna go in there and snatch this win. Like, y'all probably not.
No, probably not.
Y'all probably not. Like, because they're gonna be looking for a feel good win for their fans going into next season with their 5th overall draft pick. They're gonna lock up with their terrible season. You're not gonna come in here and make our draft pick even better. Like, nah, we're good. We don't want the number one. Y'all got the number one pick.
Y'all figure that out.
Shit. Y'all figure that shit out. Hell no.
Y'all take Arch Manning.
Y'all, hell no. That real talk, Mitch Trubisky, like, consider who his draft class consisted of, was a bad enough pick. They can't pick Arch Manning number 1 overall, bro. Not what the fuck he's showing. Hell no. LeBron James' son went in the 5th, in the mid. He was like the 3rd to last pick in the NBA draft. That's where Arch Manning can go 5th, 6th round or some shit. Nah. Hell no. Hell no.
So yeah, they're projected, like, there isn't a consensus number 1 pick for the NFL draft just yet. But top prospects include Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza, South Carolina quarterback Lenoris Sellers. I forgot about Sellers.
Yeah.
He's doing all right. He's doing all right. Dante Moore out of Oregon. Caleb Downs, a safety out of Ohio State.
Ooh.
Ian Bain, stretcher out of Miami, which, yeah. But they need a quarterback. So
who, the Saints?
The Jets.
Man, you ain't finna just shit on Justin Fields. Justin Fields low-key been balling also fantasy. That nigga, he said, nope, we don't even do that. Nope. His QBR is above 80. Hopefully.
Yeah. Wait, the QBR? No.
His quarterback rating is 100, which is actually fake decent.
Yeah, his quarterback rating, yes, but his QBR is 46.9. Like,
is what?
His QBR is 46.9. His rating, yeah.
Yeah, that's real. But he got 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, and he also has 204 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. Like, he low-key in the Pro Bowl. You look at the numbers.
Yeah, you might be right. That might not be the problem. You're right.
But the problem
they
is
need a receiver.
They need
a receiver.
They're just people, like, they're one of them teams, like, everyone's not going. Like, I'm not losing to the Jets, bro. Like, we not losing to the Jets.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at this. They need a receiver. Their receivers are Tyler Johnson, Alan Lazard, Josh Reynolds.
What happened to Garrett Wilson?
Arian Smith and Garrett Wilson. Like, Garrett Wilson's the only one that, Josh Reynolds is old.
And Garrett Wilson is the entire team at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, they need somebody to pair with him.
No other receiver has more than 6 targets.
Yeah. Yeah. So
well, Josh Reynolds has
I don't know that you take a receiver number 1.
Hell no.
So I think that might be a target for a trade back prop bet.
Yeah.
That'll be an interesting discussion later in the season as we start, getting some stuff solidified. So
yeah.
So yeah, no, you said you were gonna, huh?
I think we're about to say the same thing. This Bears Commanders.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to get to.
I think that this is the redemption game for Caleb Williams. If he can go in there and beat the Commanders, mind you, we played them week 6 last year, damn near the same day and everything. If he can go in there and get this win, it'll because it wasn't even him. They scored with like 45 seconds left. Like, he did his job. I don't know. I think it'll be a good game. We got, we're 2-2, and arguably, other than the NFC West, we're in the toughest division in the league. AFC West, maybe, but we're 2-2. We're 500. We're at the bottom this early in the season. So if we can get a win, it'll put us back in the conversation. Maybe not the mainstream conversation, but it'll put us in the proverbial conversation.
Right.
With Washington, they are not looking as sharp as they did last year. This was the game last year that took them to the next level. This was the win that got their season going. So I think for them that Bill Krosky-Merritt, he's got to continue doing what he's doing. Jaden Daniels stay healthy. They got to get those receivers healthy. And yeah, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. Like if the Bears don't do any dumb shit, they should be able to come out of there with a win.
Yeah.
I don't get to watch every team play all the time, but I know watching the Bears when they lose, it's usually like a bunch of dumb shit that happens, and it's like maybe because it's my team, maybe I got the blinders on. I don't know. I'll be looking like when we lost them last year, I was like, come on, bro. Like you sitting here like antagonizing the fans and the ball is snapped. Like what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yeah, that was a very bad look.
Like it's one thing if you're doing that shit and you swat the ball away and we win, yeah, whatever. But like what are you doing, bro? This isn't a basketball game, like
right.
This isn't a baseball game where you can just chop it up with the fans, like
right.
So yeah, I think it'll be a good game. Again, under 7 points. I think it's a one-score game. Last team with the ball wins. Yeah. Last team to score wins. There we go. Last team to score wins.
Okay.
I think.
Cool. Yeah. So let's go ahead and bring up the NFL wheel spinner.
Looking at my Gucci, it's about that time.
Yeah. All right. Ooh. So you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What is their best move this week?
The Buccaneers' best move is to dig deep into that depth chart. Look at the guys that are ready to play. You're gonna want to get some rest for Egbuka because this is gonna be a huge matchup. He is like the shining star of their offense. You don't want to get him beat up. You want to get him some rest. You don't want Baker Mayfield looking like a maniac having to run around and save the day for the first 5 games like he's had to. You want to lock in on defense, keep the ball in your offense's hands. So you want to keep the ball with the offense while letting it get rest. Spread the ball around, right? Get Cade Otton involved. Let your third running back. What's his name? I can't think of his name. But get everybody involved. You gotta get everybody involved for the Bucks. I think win or lose, you got to give them a good showing because you might see them again in the playoffs. You probably will see them again in the playoffs. But yeah, get some more guys involved on offense. Do some end arounds, right? Run some wide receiver screens. Run the ball with your third, fourth running back. Keep Rachaad White fresh because if Urban's not back, you're gonna definitely need White going forward.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What is that third running back's name? I see his face.
Sean Tucker.
Sean Tucker. I do DraftKings. I'm like, I see his face. I can't think of his name. So yeah, that's the best bet. Keep everybody fresh, including your quarterback. Goes without saying. Keep him upright.
Okay. See who they gonna give me. Who? I thought they was about to give me the Jets. Like, no, there is no best move.
Don't do it. Like, start scouting quarterbacks in college.
Right, nah. Start scouting receivers. Start scouting trade partners for that number 1 overall pick, so that you can get the receiver you want. That's not. Yeah. Miami. Who do they play? They play the Chargers. Their best move: run the football. run the football, figure out how to unlock that running game, figure out
Yeah.
how to basically keep Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnston, even though he might not be playing. I got to look at that. He popped up questionable real quick.
Quentin Johnson.
But keep them all on the sidelines, possess the ball, finish the drives with rushing touchdowns. Keep throwing the ball to Darren Waller, right? He's emerging as a preferred target. I can't say it's superstar because I mean, we all know who Waller was before he had his little hiatus. But yeah, he's emerging as a bright spot in that passing offense, but he can't do it all because eventually teams are going to just be like, well, let's just double team him in the red zone. Like, you have to find a way to run the football and finish drives that way. So, yeah.
All
so
right. Before we log off, something I've been meaning to talk about. I know we've talked about it. I talk about a lot of shit all the time. So we're thinking about Marshawn Lynch, Le'Veon Bell, Waller, Darren Waller, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're also thinking about Zion Williamson. We're thinking about Derrick Rose.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
You see where I'm going with this? Okay. Mm-hmm. And then we're thinking about who else? The kid that was supposed to go to Memphis, but didn't. Was that Jesus, what was his name? Memphis had a top prospect a couple years ago that didn't play for them. LaMelo Ball. Right? And so I think that in order to like rest your body and like enjoy your youth and your riches and like all of that stuff, like I think that the taking a year off from like the pro sports, given that the amount of wear and tear, just running is wear and tear, but the physical part of the game of football, how much that wears on your body, and then like just the almost 9-month season starting at training camp, going through like the end of the playoffs and everything. Like, how do you like? What would you advise? I don't want to say child because this is different, right? Let's say one of the kids you coached is now like going to the pros. Like, what would you advise them to like take a year off, like in the middle of their career? How do you feel about that?
It really depends for me for that answer, because I believe that a lot of availability rests on your conditioning.
Yeah.
And not just the conditioning in the typical sense of like, you know, running and like strength and like stretching. Like we see LeBron James, right? It's reported he spends like an astronomical amount of money on like recovery, on like training, on, you know, different methods to make sure that he is always physically up to par, ready to play the game. Yeah. And you see the case with Zion, right? His weight was a problem. Yeah. That's a little bit harder to manage in the NFL because you do need to be, you know, bigger and stronger in the NFL. And then it still is just a physical game. And again, I keep talking about this go-to movement that I'm researching. So it really depends. If this hypothetical player is taking care of themselves, eating the right things, training the right way, not overdoing it, then no, I would say that taking a year off would be diminishing returns. But then it also depends on the position you're playing and how well the team is taking care of you. So like, you know, I don't fault Andrew Luck for doing what he did. I wouldn't fault Joe Burrow. I wouldn't fault Tua. You know, it's like they just don't have infrastructure around them, either a line to protect them, a coach to tell them how to protect themselves better. Like this is the RG3 situation all over again. I called that. I remember we talked about that. but I was like, he went to the
We were in
quarterback.
college when that happened. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, he went. I remember saying like, oh yeah, he went to the quarterback killer. Like,
Joe Theismann, Alex Smith.
you know, like he's not gonna be managed well. So it's like if they have the team around them to help them protect them from themselves, whether it be their play style, whether it be, you know, actual physical players around them to help elevate them, make them better, then no, I think it'd be diminishing returns to have them take a year off. But if those things aren't up to par, if their conditioning isn't up to par, if you know, then yes, it would be advisable to take that year off so that you can get some things back back configured. So it really just depends.
So I know for like the college, like basketball players, they have to do the 1 year and then they're done. So you got Zion did 1 year, D Rose did 1 year, LaMelo played overseas and did his year. And I was thinking about like, what if instead of like you have this like 5-star, 6-star recruit, Zion Williamson, like there's nothing he could show you in college to like not make him the number one pick. Like there's nothing that anybody can show. I make him number one. Like what if you have him like just coach for that year or have him just train for that year and not play? Like what if they just lift weights, work out with the team, but like don't actually play. Like don't like just work out, do your film study, and just like save your body, you know. And that's for the young kids. But also Le'Veon Bell was probably 27, 28.
Something like that.
Like you gotta enjoy the money you're making. You're gonna be rich forever. Like when are you gonna enjoy this money? Like what like you gotta wait till you're done playing to be able to grow in the world there. Bro, Le'Veon Bell was out there riding jet skis and fucking traveling the world. And I'm like, on one hand, it's like you might never be the same again, or you might lose your edge, but like at the same time, like if I'm that nigga already, I'm not going a year off isn't gonna I haven't forgotten how to play.
True.
I think that I don't know. Even Jordan took time off. Michael Jordan was like, you know what? I'm gonna just stop playing basketball for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He was only like 9 years into his career. I don't know. I think that the idea of taking some time off is like golden. I just don't. Again, I don't have a whole lot of research, and I don't know how it would look, but I think that the idea of taking time off is like almost necessary. You're playing like football, the gladiator sport, bro. You can take a bad step and blow your knee out, blow out your Achilles, your ankle, or whatever. But like, and then you can get rolled up on, like the Colts kicker.
Mm-hmm.
You did everything right. You even hit the field goal, and somebody who also did everything right, just you're out for the year now. So you already taking the year off, right? So like, you got to make the most of the year off. If you're hurt, why not just take a year off just because?
While you're healthy,
you know,
good logic. That is good logic.
Think about it, right? Like maybe not a quarterback, maybe not a position like that where it's like, you know, or like a running back where you already have a really short, you know, you probably got a good 8 years as a running back. Maybe not them, but like linebacker, lineman, whatever, somebody that's not in the spotlight too much. Like just take a year off. Like I'm not playing this year. I'll be back. I'll keep my locker, keep my number, keep my spot. But like I'm gonna go take my parents. Mm-hmm. We're gonna travel the world. Mm-hmm. I got this girl I'm digging. She's my wife or my fiance or whatever. We're gonna go travel the fucking world. I'll be at every game. I'll come watch the game with y'all. I'll be on the sideline. I can help coach. I can help coordinate. I can help do film study, whatever. But I'm not playing this year. I'm taking this year to myself. I'm gonna save my body. I'm gonna play when I'm ready. Cause I'm rich forever. I'm already rich forever. I have $50 million in the bank. I'm rich forever. Why? I'm gonna take a year.
That is a very interesting idea.
You know, because Luke Kuechly retired early. Fucking the kid from San Francisco.
I can't think.
One season, it was like hell no.
Yeah,
I want to be able to think as I get older. It was
Patrick
Willis and him both retired in the same year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if we can support their decisions to not play anymore, you gotta support like I'm gonna take a year off. Especially like you if I broke my leg at the end of this season, 2025, like early December, I broke my leg. Like, I'm in a contract year. Like, shit, I might just is the like what would I trade my leg for any specified amount of money? No, I wouldn't.
Right.
You can't put a price on my leg. So let me just heal up. I'll be ready to play in April, but I'm gonna take, do whatever. I'm taking the whole next season off. Like I'm about to go, And if I'm ready to come back, I'll come back. If not, shit, I can coach now. Fuck it.
That is a good point.
Because like I saw when it was Le'Veon Bell that really did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I watched him and I'm like, he's having the time of his life, bro. Like he's 27, 28 years old, like 29 years old, the prime of his life. And he's just like, I just won't play, bro. I'm just not playing. Like, y'all fucking with my money, I'm not playing. And he didn't play.
Yeah.
I remember it was because I remember fantasy football that year. It was week 11. Like, if he don't play this week, he's done. I'm like, bro, he's not coming back.
He's not. Yeah.
Why would he give up all that money just to come back and then give up more money to play? Like, no. And he still got a Super Bowl ring.
Mm-hmm.
He took all the power from the NFL and gave it to himself and said, I'm not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think that's, I think it's a little bit harder of a sell for a young kid in college that's trying to make their way. But, like, same time, like, you can lose everything at any given moment, especially football.
Especially playing football.
Ask Ryan Shazier.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That was hard to watch. Like he lost it all for the game he loved. And
looking on how he's doing now that you mention it.
He's probably got a job. He should have a job still with Pittsburgh. Or he may have decided, like, I only want to be on the sidelines.
He's walking again. He was able to walk unassisted and even dance at his wedding and make a comeback by walking across the NFL draft station, announce his pick.
He's 33 years old, bro. He's younger than us.
Mm-hmm. He's become a public speaker, an author, and advocate for spinal injury research and rehabilitation. So, okay, good.
I know he worked. They offered him a job with the Steelers at some point. But Ryan Shazier was like, he was like that.
Yeah.
He was like that. And he lost it all. Literally a routine play. And he lost his career was over. Like,
So, yeah, you do make a very good point. DeMar Hamlin almost lost it all.
Bro, I was just thinking about it. I didn't want to say it, but I'm like, yeah, DeMar Hamlin, like, if he's back playing, like, it's great. But if he was just like, I'm going to just take a year, I'm going to take a step back, it's like, who could, what do you,
You can't say anything about that. The owners might have something to say about it, but, that is a very interesting point. Anybody in the comments, y'all have an opinion about this? Like, y'all feel free to weigh in. This also is the commenters part of the show right before we end.
Yeah.
Any questions y'all want to ask? Anything y'all want to address? No? Okay. Cool. Well, again, thank you guys for watching with us. Thank you for growing with us. Your support is very much so appreciated, whether you're watching live, whether you watch the recording later on. So yeah, we have a Best Move Facebook page. I believe it is called just Best Move. Let me pull that up real quick. Yeah, it is called just Best Move. So if you look up pages on Facebook, Best Move is the page. We have Best Move on YouTube. I believe that's Best Move Podcast. Yeah, Best Move Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, follow us there. We'll be posting stuff there. Eventually we will, like I said, post polls, discussions on the Facebook page that y'all can participate in. But yeah, once again, we will see you guys next week, 8:30 Central Time. right here on Best Move.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.